First of all, I want us, you and I, to observe a 3 seconds silence for the departed Chadwick Boseman. All right. I think the start of the movie was heartwarming. It was affectionate. It was touching. It was so stirring. I mean, they organized a goodbye. It was an official goodbye to Chadwick, and it was done beautifully. The emotions that were displayed at the start of the movie was not acting. You could see that they were really hurt by the fact that the guy had passed. They were hurt that he died. And the funeral grounds, the display, the culture that was shown was beautiful. But more importantly for me was the connection between the actors and Chadwick. And to think that they were not even aware that he was unwell while they were filming the first one, and to hear the news, I think it would be so hard for them. So hard. I mean, they could go like, wait, so all that time that we were shooting Wakanda Forever, the very first one, Wakanda, Chadwick was unwell. It would have been hard for them. And so for them to be able to also go through this in the second episode, in the second movie, in the second part of the movie, it was so hard. It was beautiful. It was so hard. It was touching. It was real. You could connect with them. You could feel the pain they were feeling. You could feel the emptiness that has been created by death in their life. You could feel it. And we just tell and urge all of them to stay strong, especially his wife. If you watch other interviews of her, she's doing well. She's managing. I mean, she says something like, grief is not something that goes. It stays with you. Sometimes it's lighter other days, so it's very heavy to carry. And so to every fan of Chadwick Boseman, we are going to get through this. And yeah, Wakanda Forever. Talking about grief, I wasn't so expecting the Queen Ramonda to pass. I was not expecting that. I was not looking forward to that. It didn't even click my mind that she was going to die in the movie. I was like, too much grief for a young Princess Shuri. Too much grief. I wasn't expecting her to die at all. Too much grief for a young lady who has lost her brother, for a young lady who is losing her mother and has to, take up the responsibility, the burden of protecting Wakanda. I think they put her through a lot. They put Princess Shuri through a lot. I didn't expect the queen to die at all. And the manner in which she died, in fact, let's backtrack. So this movie, a scientist had created a device that could detect vibranium. In fact, she didn't even know that she's done that. She's just, doing that for her project, and, some way, somehow, the state has its hand on it. Now, these people who are also a whole, let's say, country underwater and an ocean realize that no, this scientist must be killed. And so if we don't kill her, she might create more devices, and then vibranium will go outside our world when we don't want it to, because people are dangerous. So everybody is looking for this scientist to kill, and Wakanda decided to protect her. Now this army, the Talokans, so huge, many underwater, they are not even a joke. I mean, if you look at from the beginning of the movie, they showed that something small for the boys, and we could see that no, this is a serious army. Long story short, Wakandans got hold of the scientists first, but then the Talokans appeared and then captured both. Now the queen was like, no way, my child can't be somewhere and I'm also somewhere. In fact, hello, I just lost my son. I need my daughter to be with me. Then she calls Lupita, her character in the movie, to go bring the girl. Some way, somehow, someone had to die, and then it angered the Talokans, who is led by Numor. Now, the anger, we saw a little bit of his anger when just one person in his army died, and they fought with water. Their stronghold is in the water. Their stronghold is water. They survive underwater. They survive in water. They thrive on and underwater. In fact, their weapon is the water that they live in. So they came, showed Wakanda something small that led to the death of the queen. And the annoying thing, when Queen Ramonda died, the mom was like, you are queen now. I'm like, wait, the girl said she wants to be queen. You just killed her mother and you tell her that she's queen now. It's sensitive ruler. How do you do that to a young girl who's lost her brother and you now kill her mother in front of her and you tell her that she's queen now? She doesn't want that. Following that, Princess Shuri got so upset, she got so angry. She didn't take a right decision. She took an emotional one. To me, she took an emotional decision. She wasn't thinking straight. She didn't plan well. And so I think that for her to take the war to the Talokans in their stronghold was a wrong move. Hold on, don't come for my head yet. Again, I will say it again, that the decision by Princess Shuri to take the war to the Talokans on water in their stronghold, in their habitat, was a wrong move. Hear me. The ship that they took to the war looks like that was the entire army on the ship. Now, the Talokans are people who live underwater. Their entire army survives underwater. They know how to fight and war on, in, and after, around water. So for you to bring the war to their stronghold, for you to bring the war to their habitat, for you to bring the war to them in their home, in the comfort of their home, and you expect her to win, that was a wrong move. That was a wrong decision the princess took. And if you and I would objectively agree and to speak the truth, that if it hadn't been the fact that we want Wakanda to be forever in our heart and our mind, the Talokans would have finished, destroyed, wiped the Wakandans out. If not for the fact that we want Wakanda to be forever, the Talokans would have wiped them out. You and I should, like, let's not even pretend. They are a strong army. They are strong people. They can fly. They can do lots of things. They overpowered the Wakandans. You see that they were now few just on the ship. When they make those sounds, those noise, the people start falling in the water. That is a weapon for them. And to bring the fight to their home, people, the others were doing things to the ship down there while the others were on top fighting. You can't bring a war to the home of your enemy and expect that you know the enemy too much that you are going to beat the enemy. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen anywhere. So for them to do that, guy, I think it was a wrong decision. It was a wrong move. It was a really, really, really wrong move. An emotional one indeed. And again, even for the fact that we want, Wakanda to be forever, the Wakandans would have been defeated easily. Also in the movie, we had some of our favorite musicians feature in their songs. I heard I was like, wait, is that not Burna Boy? And lo and behold, oh my, the man was featured. The song was featured actually. And we had Thames on the vocals somewhere. I mean, Thames is blessed. Her voice is good. We had Stormzy in there and a few others, Charlie. Africa to the area, and in fact Nigeria actually to the whole area, because it's okay. So we had that in there and it was great. It was great. The sound, the music there. Rihanna's Lift Me Up at the end of the show, at the end of the movie. So touching. So touching. The movie is dedicated to Chadwick, as we all know, but it was watching it, it's like, wow. Chadwick is loved, and so the music played an important role in there. Perfect choice of music at every point, and I was like, this is good. This is super good. So, what did you make of the movie? Are you angry with me that I said the princess made a wrong decision, a wrong move to take the war to them? I mean, at the end of the day, they came together and said they're going to coexist peacefully. And so we saw that, okay, now peace is going to prevail. So let's come together. I think Wakanda has made strong allies in the Talokans, and I don't think there's anything in this world that can beat them, because they are in water. They live underwater. And so they've made strong allies with these people, and it was living happily ever after. And we also found out that Chadwick had its child with what's her name, Lupita in the movie, I don't really remember her name. They have a child, and so trust me, it's Wakanda forever and ever. We go, we come, we move. So we saw that Princess Shuri had to, say her goodbyes to her family, just make peace with herself and her soul as, life progresses, as life continues. I mean, people have been in this situation. You lose a brother, you lose a mom, you lose in fact, your entire family. And so to all these people, stay strong. And to Chadwick's family, stay strong. To his fans, you and I are his fans. We're his fans, are still his fans, even in death. Thank you for watching. My name is Bevlin. Do also be part of the family by hitting the subscribe button and the notification button as well, so that whenever I post, you, my friend, will be notified of the new video. Thank you, and do well to like this video. Thank you. Wakanda forever.